Hi, everyone. For my persuasive speech, I would like to discuss the benefits of a woman returning to work after having a child versus staying home and being what most people would like to call a stay-at-home mom. Based on my own personal experiences, being a stay-at-home mom is really hard work that most people just don't understand. A lot of people like to believe that stay-at-home moms just lay around on the couch and watch TV all day and get to eat and go where they want. But for me personally, that's not true. The thought of being a stay-at-home mom is very alluring to most women, and most stay-at-home moms have it pretty tough. One person becomes responsible for everything in the household. It's hard to get any time away by yourself when you're a stay-at-home mom, and you're constantly on the go handling different situations that arise throughout the week. For me personally, I feel like being a stay-at-home mom when your husband is in the military can be even more difficult when you add in long working hours, deployments, and TDYs. You have to take on the role of both the mother and the father. And when you're a stay-at-home mom, handling the role of just being the mother throughout the day and throughout the week is really difficult. And when your husband's gone, you don't get the chance to say, here, go see your dad for a little while and let me have my time to myself. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't get sick days. You don't get time off. You don't get to sleep in. You don't get to press the snooze button on the alarm. You're up from the time that your kids are up until the time your kids go to sleep. And most of the time, for most of us, it's even before then and even after then. On top of that, you have to deal with your kids staying awake a lot throughout the night from being a newborn or being sick, and that's something that you just have to do. I mean, you don't get a break from it. It can be rather difficult to even go to the restroom by yourself when you're a stay-at-home mom. You know, when you have a job, you can say, excuse me, I need to use the restroom, and you can go by yourself. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you hope that the lock works on the door and that you can just have a few minutes to just do what you need to do and not be interrupted. Another huge downside to being a stay-at-home mom is the interaction with other children that your kids are missing out on. I know that some people think that daycares are full of germs and all they do is make kids sick all the time, but personally for me, I would rather my kids have a runny nose or a little bit of a cough than to miss out on the relationships they can build with other children their age. In daycares or even at a private facility, they're learning how to share, how to build relationships with people outside of their family. We all know that kids act differently with their parents or with their grandparents and versus someone else. And it's very important that kids build these relationships with different people. That way, you know, when kindergarten starts, they're not thrown to the wolves per se. They don't have to try to figure out what they're going to do because they don't know how to interact with people that aren't their family. I've been a stay-at-home mom for going on 4 years now, and I can tell you that the stress every day is exhausting. I completely envy the fact that my husband gets to go to work and have actual conversations with adults. One of the major disadvantages of being a stay-at-home mom is the fact that you don't get a chance to make friends. And I mean work friends. I don't mean friends that you're friends with that have other kids that all you do is go to their house so your kids can really have play dates and you can sit around and talk about the things that you can't stand that your kids do and they can agree with you. You also miss out on the feeling of accomplishment and contribution to your household when you come home with a paycheck. I know that's one of the main things that I miss about working is feeling like I'm contributing financially. I don't feel like what I do as a stay-at-home mom isn't worthy, but I would really enjoy coming home and feeling like when I pay the bills, feeling like, you know, that's part of my money. You know, that's a sense of pride for myself and something that I would like, you know, my husband to see and say, hey, you know, she's a great mom and she works too, full time. And that's something I really want, and I think that a lot of other women would want as well. The average American only makes $55,000 a year. With two people working in the household, that amount can double, leaving plenty of room for bills, savings, and anything extra that you might want to take on. This extra income provides you with extra peace of mind. You can take that family vacation to Disney that you've been hoping for, or take your kids to the beach for the weekend. You don't have to worry about not having the money. I know that some people feel like they don't want a stranger raising their kids, and I understand this completely. That's why I've chosen to be a stay-at-home mom for the last 4 years. You have to prepare your children for school, though. You have to make them prepared to meet other people that they've never seen before, that they've never met, that they don't have relationships with. I feel like keeping them at home with their parents all the time is setting them up for failure for that first day of school, because they've missed out on their key socialization time. The main point and my main fact is that with the economy the way it is today, people need to work. We need to strengthen our bank accounts and decrease our debt. Our kids need to have breaks from their parents just as much as we need breaks from our kids. So being a working mother is a bad choice to some, but it's the best choice for my family. Thank you.